What if the future of getting around a city wasn't faster, wasn't louder, and wasn't bigger? What if it was genuinely, radically smaller? Right now, on city streets across Europe and beyond, a new category of electric vehicle is quietly making full-size cars look completely unnecessary for most of what urban driving actually is. 7 micro EVs, all electric, all available now, and every single one of them smaller than you're probably imagining. Welcome to Best Futuristic Gadgets. The future of city driving just got here, and it fits in a parking space you've been ignoring your entire life. Let's go. Number 1. You've been driving to work alone in a 2-ton car with 5 empty seats, and somewhere a tiny Italian engineer was watching, completely losing their mind. The Estrima Birò is the world's smallest four-wheeler, a fully enclosed, fully electric vehicle that parks exactly where motorcycles park, fits into gaps that regular cars can't even consider, and does everything a city commute actually requires. 2 seats, fully enclosed, which means rain, cold, and bad weather are someone else's problem. Electric motor, quiet enough to hear a conversation from inside. A range built for the daily distances most city drivers actually cover, not the theoretical road trip number printed on a brochure. The cost of running it is a fraction of a conventional car. The cost of insuring it, often the same. For decades, small car still meant a box roughly the size of a car. The Bureau looked at that and asked a completely different question. How small does it actually need to be? The answer fits in a motorcycle space. Number 2. Most micro EVs make you feel the compromise every time you get in. The seat is too hard, the cabin is too cramped. The whole thing just feels like something was sacrificed to make it this small. The Eli Zero Plus was designed from the start to make sure that feeling never happens. Comfortable, properly sized seating for 2 people, a cabin that doesn't feel like it was shrunk from something larger. It feels intentionally designed for exactly this size. Electric range tuned specifically for real city distances, not highway miles, not weekend road trips, but the actual commutes and errands that make up most driving. Easy to maneuver, easy to park, easy to charge from a regular outlet at home. There's a version of going small that feels like losing something, and there's a version that feels like finally having the right tool for the job. The Eli Zero Plus is the second version, comfort and convenience at exactly the size city driving actually needs. Number 3. When a brand that sold tens of millions of full-size vehicles builds something this small, that's not an experiment. That's a statement about where city driving is actually headed. The Nissan Silence S04 is a fully electric nano car, and having Nissan's engineering behind something at this scale matters more than people realize. Real safety engineering, real build quality, a vehicle built by people who have spent decades understanding what drivers actually need, now applied to the smallest footprint they've ever worked with. 4 seats in a body that barely takes up more road space than a large motorcycle. Electric range, built for the distances that fill most city drivers' weeks, not vacation routes, but the real daily loop that most full-size cars are massively overpowered for. Most city drivers spend 90% of their time in traffic and hunting for parking. The S04 is sized for that reality, not the highway they drive twice a year. Number 4. This one comes with a detail most people walk straight past, and it points further into the future of how vehicles get made than almost anything else at this price point. The XEV YOYO's body panels are largely 3D printed, not as a novelty, not to cut corners, as a deliberate decision about how the next generation of small vehicles should be manufactured. Faster to produce, simpler to customize, and far easier to repair when individual panels take damage. 2 seats, a footprint built for the narrow streets of European city centers, the medieval lanes, the tight historic quarters, the roads designed for horses that somehow became traffic corridors. The YOYO fits because it was designed to fit, not squeezed in, not forced through, but genuinely proportioned for the streets that most European city drivers actually navigate every day. The body is printed. The future of how cars get built is already in the streets. Number 5. The future of city driving being smaller only changes everything if it's actually available to everyone. The Opel Rocks-e was built with exactly that in mind, a compact, electric quadricycle designed to be genuinely affordable, drivable in many markets without a traditional car license, built so that the barrier to getting around electrically stops being cost or complexity or years of training and starts being simply, where do you want to go? Mobility was always supposed to be for everyone. The Rocks-e is one of the first things actually designed around that idea. Number 6. This one isn't just a small car. It's a completely different answer to the question of how people should move through cities. The Renault Mobilize Duo was designed with shared mobility at its core, built for the fleets, the rental networks, and the use-it-when-you-need-it urban transport models that more cities are actively building right now. 2 seats, compact footprint, electric, designed to cycle through many hands, available when needed, tucked away efficiently when not. It doesn't ask to be owned. It asks to be used, which is a completely different relationship with a vehicle, and one that cities are increasingly treating as the smarter answer. The Mobilize Duo is what mobility looks like when ownership stops being the only option. Number 7. This name has almost a century of history behind it, and that history just went fully electric. Topolino, Italian for Little Mouse, was one of Fiat's most beloved small car names, representing decades of accessible, practical, urban-first design. Now it's back, fully electric, a compact quadricycle built specifically for the city streets it was always designed to serve. 2 seats, a charm in the design that makes people smile before they even get inside. In many European markets, it can be driven from age 14, meaning the very first vehicle a young person ever controls is something fully electric from day one. That's not a small detail. That's an entire generation of drivers who never knew anything else. The Topolino's history was about making city driving accessible to everyone. Its electric future is about the same thing, just cleaner, quieter, and built for the city streets of 2026 and beyond. Thanks for watching Best Futuristic Gadgets. Subscribe and stay upgraded.